If I had to describe these two in relation to the team, Julian is the dad and JJ is the big brother. JJ being the big brother is because he's setting the example for the rest of the guys. He comes into practice ready to work. During the matches, he's out there balling, and in those occasions when I wanted to give the younger guys some reps, JJ wholeheartedly supported his teammates. When he went down with his foot injury, Rich became the starter. During practice, he was right beside me, helping and guiding the guys, especially Rich. Rather than sulk around, JJ decided to be as involved and interactive with the guys, looking over them as a big brother would his younger brothers. He attacked his rehab just like he attacks practice. That's who JJ was, the model athlete that his teammates should emulate.
4-year part of this team. You actually played two different positions. You played outside your first 2 years, libero your last year and a half. It was almost like two careers into one. Can you kind of put in the words, what this experience all around meant for you playing for the Knights for the last 4 years?
It was quite an experience. I embraced the libero role. I really enjoyed the back row, passing from the middle, and then getting that plus to hit. It felt good. And but once I knew that there was somebody else that would come in and take on the role, the outside hitter, that would be able to do it better than me and help out the team, I knew my role at libero, I could help out. So I decided to embrace the role, and I enjoyed it.
Best memories of your time with the program over the last 4 years?
My best memory, I would say, would be the trip to Cuca, the overnight trip. It was really a trip where we got to know each other, and everybody was able to come to one term and like become a team that one trip, and everybody gave it their all. We fought. We had 3 great matches against 2 good teams, and it was just an experience that I'll never forget. It was great.
Senior year was a little rough. You were banged up most of the year. Still made second team all conference despite only playing in about half the matches. What did that honor mean to you to still be recognized for the work, even if you didn't get to have a full season out there?
It means the world to me. Able to show the younger classmen that are on the team now that even in the short time that you're able to go out there, just give it your all and to your best of your ability.
While you were hurt, you were still very supportive of some of the underclassmen like Rich Valentin and others who were taking time that you normally would have if you were healthy. What kind of message do you want to have for future underclassmen of this program as it continues to transition?
For most of the underclassmen, they remind me a lot of myself. They're go-getters. They want it, and I saw it in them. So I figured my time's coming to an end. They're gonna fill my shoes. I know what they're capable of doing, and I want to be there. I wanted to see what they were able to do while I was in the building. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do in the next 4 years and forever, as long as Carlos the coach.
When I say Julian's team dad, I mean it in a traditional old school sense. Dad's the guy who goes out and gets the job done. Julian wasn't around the team socially because he was out there working. He supports himself independently. He wakes up, goes to work, comes straight to practice or matches, has class, then he does study hall, tutoring, then homework. He's the guy grinding to put food on the table. There's an immeasurable amount of respect that the team and myself give this guy for being able to do all that he does.
You were a big part of this team for 4 years. You were an all-conference player. You leave with a pretty good statistical line and 4 years of contributions, 3.5 years, obviously this year ending early. What do you think your legacy is as part of this program?
So I think I'm more of just an example to really anyone that's just trying to play college sports. I think this was really an incredible experience for me because I was just a kid that wanted to play volleyball out of Miami, was just looking for a place to go. And at first I really wasn't able to find a good home. NJCU gave me that opportunity to kind of just chase my dream of playing college athletics, being able to continue my education, and I got more than I asked for. I was able to grow as a person, as a player. All my contributions I did, with my blood, sweat, and tears. I feel like I gave everything to this program, and I know I leave it off, a better place than I came to this school. So that's definitely something I'm proud of. Obviously, I wish I could have finished this year. My goal was to play in the postseason. I know this year we definitely would have done that because we were, on our way to doing some good things this year. So that part definitely hurts, but overall, experience-wise, I really got everything that I asked for, and more. So that's something I'm definitely happy about. I accomplished all my goals, I got to contribute to a team that really took me in and offered me a support system that, I never really had before, gave me structure, discipline. So those are definitely things that I'm going to take with me, and not only, as I continue playing, but just in life in general. So that's something I'll forever be grateful for NJCU.
What are your favorite memories as a player for the Knights?
I think definitely the GOAT moment is Wilkes, my freshman year. They were a first-year program, and we were basically a first-year program with 9 freshmen. So that game went to 5 sets. We were losing, I think, JJ, you could correct me, I think it was 11 to 6 or something like that. And then we just came back out of nowhere in the last set to take it. That was one of our best moments. Anytime just, competing, taking sets from Keene, Rampo, Rutgers, Newark, all those, I love competing against them. All the top teams were very fun. And then obviously this year we got the opportunity to play a D1 team, which I literally never thought I would do. So that's something I'll remember for the rest of my life.
You were successfully balancing a really rigid schedule where you were obviously a full-time student, you're playing, varsity sport at a high level, and you were working full-time. Tell us about this path that you had and how you were able to balance it all.
Yes, so I mean, the first 2 years I was at NJCU, I dormed. I think it allowed me to kind of embrace the community and the school around me, kind of familiarize myself with how things work out here. And then my junior and senior year, this past year, I decided to kind of, build my own future and kind of take things into my own hands. Obviously, I know volleyball doesn't last forever, so you have to set up, kind of your future. So I feel like I'm the type of person that I have high expectations for myself, and I feel like the more that I do and the more that I get done, the more that I challenge myself, and I love kind of accepting challenges and kind of figuring things out on my own. So I think that's just the course I took, and I was able to balance, volleyball and work life and things. I didn't do it alone. Obviously, I had good coaches and a good support system. Coming into this year, obviously I had to let Carlo know about, the things that were going on in my life and kind of how my world looked, from my perspective. And obviously he kind of embraced this, said, look, we can make things work. So obviously this wasn't just my effort. It took, my teammates, my coaches to kind of accept that, allow me to contribute. So that's honestly a toast to them as well.
Tell us about your future plans after graduation.
So I mean, I plan on graduating after this fall. We'll kind of see where things go after that. Right now, I'm in an HR role working with the USTA for the US Open. So obviously, I'm a huge sports fan. I've played sports my whole life growing up. So I definitely do want to stay involved in that. Obviously, with a business management degree. There's a lot of directions I could go, but I really like the direction I'm headed in HR. On like more of a corporate side, but so we'll see where that takes me. And volleyball wise, I definitely want to coach. I don't know where exactly or what path that's gonna go down, but I already have a little bit of experience, so I definitely want to stay around the sport, help contribute to its growth and its future. And I know there's more kids out, like me out there that just want a place to play and need kind of like a system and people to believe in them to kind of make them succeed. So I definitely want to help impact people's lives through sports and volleyball. And I would definitely be interested in like club volleyball or maybe eventually opening up my own club. So there's definitely a lot of like routes I can go to and explore, but we'll see what happens.
It's going to be tough to replace these guys. Next season, Alex, John, and Chris are going to have to fill their shoes, which is a tall order. Hopefully the upperclassmen take it to heart and try their best to set the example that JJ and Julian did.
That was pretty solid.